We say good morning. This is JW Norland.
Good morning. We finally made it to draft week.
Yes, sir.
Finally. I woke up this morning with a pep in my step. I'm just so happy we are finally here after 4 months of discourse around what the Bears are going to do in the draft. How are we feeling kicking off draft week?
It's been a crawl to try to get there. But, but the conversations have been great because we've been going back and forth on what the Bears can do, looking at the NFC North, looking at the entire NFC. And so I think it's very compelling what's happening here with the Bears. But, again, we felt this way anyway, Shay, based on what we saw in free agency. Just the movement there, just the upgrades that you're trying to make. So I'm pretty jacked up about what the season can bring.
Yeah, I cannot wait for Thursday night, man. Oh, God. When Commissioner Goodell strides up to the podium,
Ooh.
The pick is in.
Yeah.
With the first pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams, quarterback, USC. He's in the Navy suit, and he said, my lady looks ready to roll. They've got the designers have all got them all decked out, both of them. He said it's businesslike, but it's me. I cannot wait. That's our guy.
Here's Shay Norling. Shay?
I'm just going to kick it off with shot or no shot. Caleb Williams should shake the commissioner's hand with burnt orange and blue fingernails.
Sure.
Whatever.
Shot.
Whatever. Who cares, man?
He's got to lean into it. Cap, would you paint your nails on Thursday? I'm thinking about painting my nails Thursday morning.
No, I will not, because that's not
come
who I
on.
am. No. Why would I do that?
Why not?
For what reason?
Because you're such a Caleb lover. You want to paint the nails. Get a little
No.
Caleb action.
No, it's not me. I got to be me. I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea. There's some that want to reach through the radio right now, punch me in the face. Bring a platoon, pack a lunch, take your best shot. I'm okay with that.
He means bring your lawyer.
Did he just dare people to come punch him in the face, Woody? Is that what he just did?
It's time for Cap's Punch a Cap Day.
Dude, that'd be a great bit.
Line up across state and lake, and you get a chance to take a shot at David Kaplan. 312. Come on in, call in, qualify for a chance to hit Cap in the face.
And I'm okay with that. I don't want everyone to agree with me. That's boring. But paint my nails isn't my thing. So, what do you want me to tell you?
That's actually a good promotion. Pay $20. You can line up to take a swing at Kaplan. All proceeds go to Bernie's Book Bank.
Yes.
There you go.
Also, bring a platoon and a lunch, he said also, while you do that. Right?
Yep.
It's platoon and the lunch.
That's it. Take a shot.
Okay, there you have it. All right, Shay.
We'll just
All right.
call it Hug a Cap Day.
Sure.
That's it.
And then take a swing.
Well, then nobody will show up.
Here's Shay Norling. Shay?
Let's
Jag. Go ahead.
It was a freebie. All right. The implicit trust in Ryan Poles has kind of been interesting to me. A lot of the people that I've been talking to are like, I'm not going to be angry no matter what. People have preferred outcomes. Some people want a wide receiver. I'm in the camp that wants an edge rusher. But if he ends up with Rome Odunze or if he trades up for Marvin Harrison, I'm not going to come in, yell, and scream about it. I'll be fine with it. So my question for the two of you, shot or no shot, there is no reasonable pick Ryan Poles could make Thursday night that would genuinely upset you.
That's a shot.
That's a shot. I mean, within reason, obviously.
Right, like you can't take a punter. You can't take a kicker. Don't take two quarterbacks. But if he does something that we kind of expect, nothing will be upsetting.
No, only the Raiders would do that. Take a kicker that early in the draft.
Sebastian Janikowski.
Yes, do that. But he was the best on the board, though.
But people forget when the the then Redskins,
For them,
when they drafted RG3 like second,
Yeah.
they ended up drafting Kirk Cousins in the same draft. Mm-hmm. People are like, what? Took two quarterbacks?
I would say that, I believe, and as we mentioned, wide receiver, defensive line, there are needs on this football team that are paramount for this ball club, for the youth of the ball club. I'm thinking about now, but I'm thinking about the future when it comes to this draft. Guys that are going to be anchors for your team early. So, Cap, I'm fine.
If I hear he traded next year's number one to move up to get Marvin Harrison, okay, let's go. If I hear he traded down to 15 and he's drafting an offensive tackle and he got an extra second-round pick out of it and he got a receiver, I'm okay. Let's go.
Shay.
Oh, Cap, on the topic of trading up for Marvin Harrison, Adam Schefter reported something this morning kind of interesting. He had a whole list of tidbits ahead of the NFL draft.
I read it. It's a great column.
We'll get to some of them in around the NFL. It's very interesting. But one thing that stood out was that the league could have a resolution on the Falcons tampering with Kirk Cousins this week, and it is expected to be severe. The comp he brought up was the Dolphins losing their first-round pick last year for tampering with Tom Brady, who they didn't even sign. Schefter suggests the league could strip Atlanta of the 8th pick. It would move Chicago up to 8. That would not only make it more interesting because if offensive players go in the first 7, you get your pick of defense. If you choose to go that route, it's more likely one of the top 3 receivers is on the board. You also get a little bit closer to trading up for Marvin Harrison Jr. So I pulled up the value chart. Moving from 8 based on the value chart to 4 would cost you the 8th pick and a second next year. Shot or no shot, the Bears would have to move up for Marvin Harrison if that's the cost.
Well, first of all, when we talked to Albert Breer, he said Monty Ossenfort, the GM of the Arizona Cardinals, is not only trying to extort you, he has you at gunpoint. And you would never, ever be able to get him just for one of the second-round picks next year. It would absolutely cost you next year's number 1 at least. I'm okay with that. If if his evaluation is that dude right there is a perennial all-pro, go get him. Whatever it takes.
You think Harrison will be there at 8?
No shot.
What's the lowest? I guess the question is, what's the lowest you think could go? 6?
Someone always slides.
Because if we think it's going to be a run on quarterbacks early.
Well, if it's never happened, but there's speculation that 4 could go in the first 4 picks. That's never happened.
Right.
If that happened,
is Harrison next? Is Alt next?
I would think Alt goes to the Chargers, but the Chargers do need a receiver. They got rid of Mike Williams and Keenan Allen.
Right.
So if they could take Harrison right there. Then the Giants at 6, they need a receiver. They could easily do that.
I think Harbaugh is a smart guy and realizes that he needs a cornerstone weapon at wide receiver if he's there.
But he also would love to have another tackle to go with Rashawn Slater. I mean, that gives you bookends.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean,
I think most people expect the Chargers to go the Joe Alt route at this point, right? Or Tennessee.
More Tennessee, just based on all the mock stat you've gone through, that we've gone through, we see Alden Tennessee seems like it's a match. But who knows? I'm asking, like, where is Marvin Harrison's value? That's what I want to know.
Can you imagine the Chargers go, like 4 quarterbacks go off the board. The Chargers go offensive line at 5. The Giants go neighbors. Tennessee goes Alt. And then you're sitting there at 8. Atlanta's in front of you and Marvin Harrison's still on the board?
Man.
well, then you could go, because they probably aren't taking a receiver because they've got Drake London. They just signed Darnell Mooney. They've got Kyle Pitts.
Atlanta.
Right. They got Bijan Robinson. They got Tyler Algier. They've got Kirk Cousins. They got a really good offense already. They probably go Dallas Turner in that situation, who they've been linked to for a long time, if they keep their pick. And then Marvin Harrison sitting there at 9.
Yes, exactly right. So I want people to understand what just happened there. What Cap did is he built a bridge to Marvin Harrison at 9. That's what just happened there.
Right.
Not that Marvin Harrison is bad to the other teams, but he just built a bridge just so the Bears can get him at 9. That's what you just did.
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen because he said the Giants take Neighbors ahead of Harrison. That would be somewhat of a surprise.
If that's the case, then the Giants are the Giants. I mean, Marvin Harrison is, as we talk about Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison is the best wide receiver on the board.
Agreed. Now, there are teams, though, that do not have him number 1.
That's fine.
There are. And I know for a fact the Bears watched him multiple times. Neighbors.
Yeah.
Love him.
Now, on my mock draft, I have him number 1, despite what other teams think. I have him number 1 because I watched him.
Harrison.
Yes.
Yes.
So on my personal mock draft here on the yellow pad, I have him as the best wide receiver.
He's an amazing football player.
Yeah.
So is Malik Neighbors. They're both great players. I have a Dunze third of those three guys. And he's great, too.
Did you see the rumors? I think it was last week, and they were obviously BS, that Marvin Harrison was tanking his own draft stock so he could get drafted by Chicago?
Nonsense.
Well, he only made 2 visits. He only visited Arizona and Chicago.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nonsense.
Did not go to any other team. Rejected him.
Shay.
All right, the Bulls were eliminated in the play-in for the second straight year on Friday, and Artūras Karnisovas did not wait to meet the media. He said on Saturday he takes full responsibility, and he vowed to bring changes this offseason. Shot or no shot, the change the Bulls need is a new executive vice president of basketball operations.
That's a shot.
That's a shot, sir.
100% a shot. That guy. He's had all these opportunities. I'm not alone here. Hoodie's not alone. Many of you have been calling in, screaming, we've got to get some shooting. Nope, we're good. We'll go get Javon Carter and Torrey Craig. No, this guy had his chance. If I was the owner, he would not have been having that press conference on Saturday. He would have gotten the phone call after the game on Friday night. Yes, when you fly back, I need to meet you for breakfast tomorrow morning. And it would have been the least tasty breakfast he ever ate because I'd have fired his ass right at the table. Yep. Hey, man, appreciate the efforts. Too conservative for my taste. Out. And tell Mark he's next. He's going to.
Yeah.
Out. Done.
Yeah.
That front office, listen to me loud and clear over there. Your front office is an embarrassment. An embarrassment to a hardworking city that supports our teams, that went out there and last Wednesday made the United Center a very hostile place for Atlanta. Guess what? Your front office is an embarrassment. Fire their ass.
I don't think there's any question about that. In my imagination, I would like to think that Michael Reinsdorf said something to Artūras Karnisovas for him to change his tune, because we haven't heard him say, this does not work, we need to make changes. It's the first time he said it in his tenure. In my imagination, I would like to think that Michael Reinsdorf had the testicular fortitude to step to the general manager and the president of basketball operations to say, this sucks, is not good enough, change it. But I feel like Karnisovas had to say something because he had to be embarrassed. He continued to talk about continuity and everything's fine at the deadline until it wasn't. Once again, you win a game and you get bounced. And so that is a hallmark of this organization and this iteration of the Chicago Bulls. And so, it's great for him to just put it all on the line and say, hey, we got to make changes. But what does that really mean in this organization? What real changes? So I just, it's a typical nonsense. We'll talk more about it at 9:35 because for people that missed it, because it was buried on a Saturday morning, by the way, this press conference. I know many probably missed it with their busy weekend. You got to hear this at 9:35. So can you squeeze in one more, Shay? I know we got around the NFL.
Yeah, I can, because after talking smack on my name last week to everybody in the station who would listen about my errors in beer league softball, Tyler Aki took second base yesterday in beer league softball. He dropped a pop-up and then fielding a throw from the outfield, broke his finger so badly that he might need surgery. Shot or no shot, this is karma for talking badly about a friend.
I've had it.
No, absolutely not. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to say no shot. It's not karma. It's just that it happens. He's a competitor.
Oh, how's he getting off so easy?
He's a competitor. Tyler's a guy that he drops a pair and lets go. You?
He dropped a pop-up.
That happens, man.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. I mean, listen, a guy like that, usually shorthanded, made a mistake, probably sun in his eyes.
Yeah.
Anything could happen. And, maybe on the grounder, don't know, as a pop fly, right? More than likely, maybe a bird hit it. Could have happened. Anything could have happened.
Correct.
So
and, he's probably, his mind is thinking, oh, God, we're probably in the hole here. And if Norling's up, we're certainly not going to score. So I've got to carry the load. So I give hats off to Tyler for the competitive nature that he brings to the game.
So hopefully all is well with Tyler, because here's a guy here that was working hard and unfortunately got injured. Hopefully he'll come out whole on the other side.
Right. Whether he is in a wheelchair or in a splint or a cast today,
we'll support him.
We'll support him, and he'll be there for the Waddle and Sylvie show.
Yeah. Thank you, Tyler.
This is unbelievable.
So all the best to Tyler, the competitor that he is.
fact, I think he's retaining Howard Enkin to go after you because he said that you distracted him when he injured the finger.
You too can
Enkin
take
law.
you can-
Injury law made personal.
You can take Tyler home too. If your significant other has an injury, it's only for 45 cents a day where you can take care of your own Tyler Aki. The number's on the bottom of the screen. The shivering dog that is Tyler Aki, because of the injury, flies all over him. We can't have this. We have to take care of our Akis. Tyler, we love you. Call the number on the bottom of the screen right now.
Or click on the QR code.
I will say, after I finished hitting my friend with a sledgehammer, he did get a hit with a broken finger. So can't deny gamer.
That's it. There's no question about
Gamer
that.
mentality.
And you too.